So before this video gets started, if you are an Uber driver, a Lyft driver, or a gig worker and you want paid time off, if you want paid time off, sick leave, you want protection if you get into accidents, if you want income protection, if you want protection if you ever get deactivated, hospitalized, if you ever do get deactivated and you want your account back as well, there's a brand new company that just launched and they got $1.6 million in funding. They're doing same day cash transfers to drivers, to gig workers for, paid time off, all that stuff. If you want that, the company's called Cover. And if you use my link down below, you get 30 days for free. It does start at $7 a month. But again, if you use my link, you get 30 days for free. No commitments, no annual contracts. You can cancel and pause at any time. The company's called Cover. At least check it out. At least click my link down below and accept that gift of 30 days for free. And now let's get on to the video. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. My name is Dylan. Thank you so much for coming by. So today's video is a sad story. We're talking about an Uber driver who is facing a prison sentence for a ride that just went wrong. It went wrong on so many levels. This is just a horrible story. I don't like to make these very negative videos because you guys probably seen here, the Rideshare Hub is about making money as a rideshare driver, right? But from time to time, I like to cover these stories because, hey, this is the reality of being a rideshare driver, a rideshare passenger. At the end of the day, you still have a stranger in your car who's sitting right here who at any time could do anything to you. You know, it's a complete stranger. Your parents told you when you were a kid, don't get in the car with strangers. What do we do now? We get in a car with a complete stranger, and what ends up happening is bad things happen. Bad things happen. I know what you're thinking, Dylan, come on, it's just as dangerous as walking down the street, right? You know, anything bad can happen at any time. Well, the thing is, why rideshare is so dangerous, being an Uber, Lyft driver, or passenger, is that you're stuck in a car. You can't just hop out the car. You know, if you're driving 75 miles per hour on the freeway, what happens if your passenger starts attacking you? Or if you're a driver, or if you're a passenger and your driver starts attacking you, starts hitting on you. I've been a victim. I've had a guy, I've had people in the backseat. One case, I had two dudes in my backseat late at night, 3 a.m. in Anaheim. I don't know if you guys know where that is in California, Southern California. And I had a dude, and I'm driving in. I pick him up from a bar. They're very intoxicated, two dudes. And one of them starts talking, oh, you're so cute, oh, blah, 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 oh, what are you doing tonight? I'm like, bro, I'm working, bro. And it's late, I'm getting ready to head home, but I need the money, I was trying to pay my car payment. And he starts grabbing me, he's touching me. He starts saying, oh, you should come hang out with, and you know what he first did? He said, can you be our personal driver for the rest of the night? We want to go to a few bars, if you could just wait with us, and we'll pay you extra or whatever. And I'm like, I was a pretty new driver, and I was like, okay, sure. And he starts touching me, grabbing me. He starts handing me cash. Oh, you know what? Just come inside the bar with us. And he starts giving me money. He holds my hand and he's telling me to come inside the bar with him. And I'm like, I'm just, it's like really dark. It's middle of the night. I don't know what this guy, I'm trying to be nice because I don't want to start any confrontation. I could tell it could probably turn really easily. So I'm just saying, like, it's much different. Like if I was just walking down the street or if I was in a bar, I would just be like, no, sorry, I'm not interested, and just walk away. There's tons of witnesses. But you're inside of a car with somebody. It's not that easy. And you can grab somebody in a, like, the person's right here. It's not like you have any room to go anywhere. And what am I supposed to do? Just ditch my car, leave my car, run away, drive away while he's in, like, no, there's not really much you can do. So I'm just wanting to say this because this is the reality of being a driver. And by the way, I highly recommend signing up for Cover. You will get benefits. The Cover, I believe, is the only company right now. They do same day cash transfers to drivers. If you ever do, God forbid, get hospitalized while you're working, get into an accident. If you ever get into an accident, you can't work. That's mostly what Cover is for. If you get into an accident, your car's in the shop, and it's a pain in the neck trying to get a rental car to drive for Uber. A lot of times the rental cars don't qualify. You have to pay money yourself. It's much better if you get into the accident, let them work on your car, sit at home, relax. You can get, literally, they'll replace 80% of your income. This is money you don't have to pay back. 80% of your income. So if you make $5,000 per month, that's $4,000 per month. You're sitting at home, resting, chilling for 31 days. You can get 80% of your income replaced. Yes, there's a monthly payment, but if you use my link down below, you'll get your first 30 days for free. And I highly recommend signing up for that 31 days of coverage option. So without further ado, let's get right into the story, because this is really, really sad, but it's definitely worth talking about. So here we go. I'm gonna click on this article in 3, 2, 1, click. So this is on KTLA.com. If you don't know KTLA, it's basically a local Los Angeles local news site. Very legit, very official. Uber Lyft driver sentenced to 6 years in prison after admitting to, I don't even want to say that word, but you can read it, what he did to passengers in Van Nuys. So Van Nuys is in California. All right, so let's get started. Uber Lyft driver sentenced to 6 years in prison after admitting to raping passenger in Van Nuys. Again, this is a really sad story. It's on KTLA.com. KTLA is essentially a local news, very popular media source, very official, and I don't believe they're biased at all. This is just facts. So we're gonna get down to what actually happened. Van Nuys is in Los Angeles, in the valley is what they call it. Not right in the city, but in a little farther out. And in my guess, it's probably in a secluded area at night. So let's get started into it. 39-year-old Uber and Lyft driver has been sentenced to 6 years in prison after pleading no contest to raping a woman he picked up in Van Nuys in 2018. I'm really, really sorry for the woman who, the victim. This is just a very, very sad story. And honestly, I just feel bad because, I mean, people ask me all the time, Dylan, I know so many people who refuse to actually take Uber and Lyft as a passenger because of safety reasons. And honestly, I don't blame them at all. But let's read the story. This is the man, Octavio Alvarez Gomez, 37. So I guess this was a 2-year-old case, or in 2018, yeah. So this is an old case, but just recently was he sentenced to prison. So this did happen 2 years ago, but earlier this month, about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, about a week and a half ago, he just got sentenced to prison. Yeah, Octavio Gomez of Canoga Park pleaded to 1 felony count of blank, I really don't want to say that word, I'm sorry, of an unconscious person. Oh my gosh, this is even worse. He was also ordered to register as a sex offender for the rest of his life. I mean, good, but honestly, I mean, is 6 years enough? Like, he's gonna get out of prison in 6 years. And what is he gonna do, the same thing again? This incident occurred on October 2, 2018 when Gomez picked up the victim from a pub to take her home, officials said. Picked up, I'm assuming this is, I mean, I'm not blaming anybody except for the man who did this, but I think it also is important to say, if you are out drinking with your friends, I mean, maybe she went out alone, I don't know. I don't know the full story. I was gonna say maybe her friends probably shouldn't have put her in an Uber by herself and really intoxicated, but at the same time, I don't know the story. Maybe she went out by herself. A lot of people go out to bars by themselves, and you know, whatever. Maybe the guy gave her more alcohol. I don't really know I don't know the full story, but yeah, I don't want to, I mean, the guy's definitely at fault. It's definitely his fault. So, but here we go. The victim reported the crime to the LA Police Department, LAPD, and detectives eventually took him into custody while he was driving for Lyft. So I assume he was driving Lyft and they pulled him over and arrested him. He wasn't charged until almost a year later. So he was out and about for over a year later, guys. Unless he was in jail. I don't really know how that works. Like, between the time that you're sentenced. I'm assuming he was in jail that whole time. I don't know. He was previously facing life in prison for kidnapping and rape charges. That, I mean, the way they word that, it almost seems like he, okay, I'm assuming it is a little bit misleading. It almost seems like he had previous charges, but I'm assuming that this was, yeah, okay, for kidnapping charges. So yeah, so basically the way I read it is that his lawyer was able to get it down to 6 years. Life in prison. I mean, he was about to face life in prison, guys. This is no joke. And yeah, but I guess he's only 6 years now. Is 6 years enough? At the time, LAPD, or is life in prison too much? I don't know. It's tricky for me. I don't really know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Here we go. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just fumbled over my words because this is just so sad. It's just such a shame that, like, I have to call that guy my coworker. Like, we both drive Uber and Lyft. Like, I'm an Uber driver, I'm a Lyft driver, and he is too. Just puts a bad name on all of us. I mean, it's just so sad that people like this exist and have to ruin the whole rideshare culture. Like, I understand people don't like taking Uber and Lyft because their drivers are creepy and weird. A lot of drivers are creepy and hit. Like, I would never, ever hit on my passengers because you don't want to. I mean, think about it. They're scared back there, guys. You want to make them as comfortable as possible. LAPD officials asked for the public's help to identify any additional victims Gomez have assaulted. So I don't know if they found any more, but yeah, that's the story, guys. Honestly, this is really sad, but he ended up getting sentenced to 6 years in prison. I want to know your thoughts. Is this enough time, or does he need more time? Again, if you ever do get into an accident and you need that coverage again from Cover, you can get up to 31 days of coverage, which I highly recommend. At least getting 31 days, or 14 days, or whatever you need, whatever you think is how long it takes for you to get into an accident. If you've been in an accident, however long it takes for them to fix your car is probably the best time, like maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I just like to recommend 31 days just because that gives you enough time to, sit back, relax, get that 80% of your income that you don't need to pay back, by the way. The paid time off from Covert, you don't need to pay back. I know a lot of people have been asking, Dylan, you need to pay that back. No, you don't. That's the reason you pay into it. It works like, they're not insurance, but like, it's more like income protection, but this is the way car insurance works. I pay $50 a month for my car insurance. If I get into an accident, even if it's my fault, my insurance covers it. That's how it works. Or if somebody breaks into my car, my insurance fixes it and I have to pay a deductible. But with Covert, there's no deductible, which is awesome. So they're even better than insurance. So anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. Oh yeah, by the way, if you use my link for Covert, you get your first 30 days for free. So you can try it out, cancel it before the 30 days are over if you want. I don't know why if you don't, just try it out. But anyways, guys, please leave the video a big thumbs up so more people can share, more people can see this. When you hit the thumbs up button, YouTube pushes it to a wider audience so more people, and you could potentially save people's lives. Oh, by the way, I was gonna say, if you're a passenger or driver, get pepper spray, get a little taser. Safety is first. Who cares, just put it on your keychain, put it like, I don't know, if I was like, maybe put it right here in your passenger door. If you ever need it, be ready for it, for anything to happen at any time. Better safe than sorry, spend the $50, spend the $100. It's worth it. It's worth your life. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching today's video. I will talk to y'all soon. Have a great day and subscribe again. Thank you for 44,000 subscribers on this channel. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, guys.